Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are going to be doing a little bit of conquest, I think, this week. This episode. We're going to try to grab Panama from New Grenada. We do not have a truce with them any longer. So okay, what is this about? Representing his constituents in the Catholic Church, Rodolphe Chauvet has issued a formal petition. Greek people are immigrating to Brittany, that's delightful. To the French government to pass migration controls. One last matter for the day, sir. Members of your constituency arrived this morning. They're asking rather loudly and insistently if you would meet with them about new legislation. Well, is that it? Goodness, you seem as if you've seen a ghost. I'm sure we can spare the last hours of the light for them, can't I? I believe so, sir. They weren't taking no for an answer. We'll see what we can do. Okay. Migration controls. Offer them racial segregation as a compromise. So that's going up from cultural exclusion. Or they must understand this is not the proper situation. I'm going to say we'll see what we can do. I'm perfectly happy with migration controls. That's something that everyone will be pleased about. So let's do it. Gosh, everyone's going to love that. Except for the industrialists, but that's okay. Leader of the Armed Forces retired. Let's see who the new leader of the Armed Forces is. We have a nihilist. Well, I certainly don't love him leading the Armed Forces. This guy's a Democrat. I can't... Oh, interesting. Stir national agitation. Oh... Tasked with agitating amongst the French population of a foreign power. That's right. We've seen that before. Alright, we're going to try to get this chunk of New Grenada. New Grenada has defensive pacts with Costa Rica and Venezuela. I don't think it'll be that big of an issue. And I want this tasty, tasty canal zone for making a canal. I love canals. 8.4 infamy. Not at all a big deal. They might accept. We'll confirm. I don't want anything more from New Grenada at this time. Come on, say yes. Dang. Well, that's okay. I'm only going to need one corps for this, so we'll send the Army of Africa. By the way, I did a little bit of army upgrades in between episodes. 5th French Army, I got a new leader for. So that's why they're a little bit low on organization. And then, under mobilization options, I checked on... truck transport and motorized recon. I still haven't done extra supplies. I think I will almost assuredly do that eventually, but for now I'm probably not going to, because these mobilization costs are absolutely through the roof. They're really bananas. Is there a breakdown? Yes, this is showing... Yeah, interesting. Anyway, it's not that big of a deal. It's just something that I haven't really found the need to. You know, I've been calling in conscripts, and that's mostly been working. Let's see what the different powers feel about this situation. There are a few countries that would side with me. Austria and Russia would side with me. No one seems particularly interested in siding with New Grenada. Yeah, United States completely. Even Mexico might go with them. Guatemala might go with them. Ooh, there's oil in Wyoming. Costa Rica might go with them. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I might be able to throw in some additional war goals. Brazil sides with New Grenada. Well, that's fine. It's all fine. Escalating du Nord needs a new leader. You're direct. You're a naval commander. You're a market liberal. You're in. You even align with the landowners, guys that are good for my government. So, now we're going to need some more troops. We'll put the 3rd Corps and the 2nd Corps on the Brazilian front, and we'll mobilize the 1st Corps in the 5th French Army. 5th French Army is going to stay at home. I'm going to locate them in... They're already in southern France. Alright, beautiful. So that's completely fine. Can I get anything useful out of Brazil in this situation? I'm not going to do this, but I want you to know I was thinking about it. I'll almost assuredly be able to get New Grenada as a protectorate eventually. Could ban slavery there. That would be nice. Liberate country. Ooh. Could liberate some territories. That would be entertaining. Could obviously just steal some land, right? Like we could get. What if I took Bara? Nah, that's too much infamy. I also don't necessarily want a lot of territory in Brazil. It's. What if I just got war reps? What if I got war reps? Yeah, that'd be fine. I'm gonna make you pay for this war. You'll pay for this, Brazil. Yeah, it should be fine. Let's get our navies in here. You can't fight a war without navies. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. Not a modern war, anyway. Put these ones here. Yeah, we'll just put all the navies in the general area. Where's my? I got another navy somewhere. You're over here in Indonesia. Actually, no. I'll put you here. We're just trying to lock down Brazilian trade. This is a pretty okay force comparison. I might start the armies in Brazil. Hawaiian peasant revolt. I feel like there's always something happening in Hawaii. They're gonna go across Texas. Amazing. Careful going through Death Valley over here. That's gonna be real rough for you. We got two different fronts. Bureaucratic imbroglio. Lawmakers working towards the enactment of migration controls found themselves mired in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. The fully developed bureaucratic apparatus compares with the other organizations exactly as does the machine with the non-mechanical modes of production. That is to say, the teeth of its individual gears meet in a chord, or its gears will gnash and churn until eventually it breaks. So I think I am going to... Our options are damn this labyrinthine legal system, minus 10% enactment chance, plus 20% enactment time, or cut through at least some of the red tape. This causes a bureaucracy penalty and makes some bureaucrat pops radical. Does anyone really oppose this? They don't. I'm going to go with the first one. 2 arms. Because working against the system is really bad for me. I'm just going to say, damn this labyrinthine legal system. Getting minus 10% isn't that bad, and I'm actually doing... it's not a tragedy for me if this doesn't work. This is a government petition, so... And frankly, the Catholic Church are quite pleased with me overall. So, the Devil's Paintbrush. General Ambroise de Goyon's use of dedicated machine gun teams in the Kingdom of France versus New Grenada War has yielded advantageous results on the field of battle, leaving full platoons of enemies dead before they've even reached our lines. If anyone had told me that it would be possible to make a gun... North Germans are migrating. Excellent. I saw it would look like a communist flag. I haven't missed that you're doing communism, Hesse Castle. I haven't missed it. We might need to come over there. All right, sorry. What I was saying was, if anyone had told me that it would be possible to make a gun that would pull a cartridge belt into position, pull a loaded cartridge out of it, move it in front of the barrel, thrust it into the barrel, close the breech in a proper manner, cock the hammer, pull the trigger, fire off the cartridge, extract the empty shell, then throw it out of the mechanism, feed a new cartridge into position, and do all these things in the 10th of a second, I would not have believed it. But now I've seen it done with my own eyes. Whatever happens, we have got the Maxim gun and they have not. 20% defense for 2 years. Or his mastery of the tool is unparalleled, gets Stalwart Defender, which gives him 10% defense forever. I'm going to do the second one. Very good to have high defense. So, in the New Grenada front, I think we're going to target their capital state. Prussia has sided with me against Hawaii. That's cool, I guess. And... I can't designate a strategic objective here. Oh, I can. No, sorry. We'll designate Rio de Janeiro as the strategic objective in Brazil. This is not a rush. Time is definitely on our side. We're here. Again, Prussia, I don't know why you're involving yourself in this situation. You notice these guys are much faster now that they've got trucks. Trucks make you faster on the ocean. That's a well-known fact. Okay. I should improve relations with Brazil. Relations with Brazil are not great. Workplace safety is up. That's excellent. We are still improving our institutions overall. Workplace safety is going to go up a little bit more. Colonial affairs is up as well, and home affairs is getting up further. I think we're about to max out home affairs, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, we're about to get that to maximum, which will give us the highest possible bonus to suppression capabilities from our secret police. There's the Hawaiian Peasant Revolt. I don't foresee a problem. Right, we are having a fight in this in the capital state at this point, so I'm feeling pretty good overall. Oh, you know what? This is the strategic objective, not the capital. We had an event. What event did we have? Am I crazy? Oh, it was just migration controls having a thing. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Backroom dealings exposed. Another stall event. Prominent members of the Catholic Church, outspoken supporters of migration controls, and close allies of Rodolphe Chauvet have been exposed in a corruption scandal, having exchanged political favors for personal gifts. One aid was all it took, one boy squeezing acne from his face in the right place at the right time, to overhear the howling laughter, smell the rich tobacco blend, and spot Rodolphe Chauvet's new golden cufflinks. One honest fellow's word to the right ears, and it was all uncovered. So, such is the nature of politics. Minus 15% enactment chance. He gets minus 50 popularity. Throw them to the wolves, we must clean up this mess. Bureaucracy penalty. And reduced enactment chance. Or we can derive some benefit from participating ourselves. This gets a setback. I don't want to get a setback. I don't want to reduce their popularity. Because his popularity is what's keeping this in the Catholic Church strong. So I think it's only for 5 years. But I don't want to reduce our bureaucracy. I'm going to go with the second one. Oh, that's bad. That's okay. Alright, let's get the rest of our government administrations using telephone switchboards. And that should give us all of the bureaucracy we could possibly need. Oh my goodness. Fascist United States, USA, is calling in our obligation. Very well. It is what it is. I don't think New Grenada will be able to resist much longer. They're on this front, right? Yes, they are. So, I'm actually feeling extremely confident in my ability to get both of these. New Grenada does not have war support protection, nor does Brazil. Brazil is losing war support much faster. If I don't get war reps, they're still not happy. I'll definitely be there, USA, just not right now immediately. I'm in the middle of a different war. With that having been said, 5th Army can go to Baja California and start causing trouble. Two more weeks and then this war will be effectively done. Or done to the point where it doesn't need to be really handled much more. Well, my diplomatic interests are going buck wild, so let's redeclare them. Diplomatic interests are funny that way. Wow, Brazil still doesn't want a short duration of war. Well, Alright, I mean, if you make me get frickin' war reps from you, I'll get them. Like, I don't care. I'll do it. You want to give me all that cash, I'll take that cash from you, Brazil. I do love money, as you know. Okay, Qing sides with Bhutan against the liberals. Alright, New Grenada is about to collapse over here. Perfect. So, this army, what is this? This is the Army of Africa. It's going, yep, they're going to Florida. That's completely fine. And then, I'm going to have the 2nd Corps actually head off to the United States. We'll go to the main front in the north. Actually, I'm going to have the Army of Africa also go to the main front in the north. Because that's where most of Fascist USA's stuff is. Armies are. I think we can do the rest of this war against Brazil with one army. So honestly, at this point, they'd be willing to just bail on the war now that New Grenada is out. But on the other hand, I actually want the war reps now, because now they've made a problem for me. So I feel like I deserve to get paid for that. I did not do any work, and I deserve to get paid. Hey, there's malaria prevention. Wonderful. So I think there's one additional place I can still establish a colony, and that's Eastern New Guinea. So let's do it. I'm in the colony game. Ooh. Kingdom of France's growing colonial empire in Africa, along with new means to prevent malaria, has made us a serious contender for colonial control of the continent. When I see this continent, I see a raw, unworked material. Hey, there's multilateral alliances. Unworked material from which anything could be carved, but as often when working with rough materials, mishaps are inevitable. Something breaks, blood is spilled, Kingdom of France isn't so squeamish, just a little... Blah, blah, blah. That was dumb. I'm going to do another take on that. We'll be fine. When I see this continent, I see a raw, unworked material from which anything could be... Fascists? Fascists. Get out of here. I'm trying to read this thing to my viewers. A raw, unworked material from which anything could be carved, but as often as when working with materials, mishaps are inevitable. Something breaks and blood is spilled. The Kingdom of France isn't so squeamish as to let a little blood get in the way of ambition, are we? Bring out the maps and strategies. The scramble for Africa is beginning. I realize I am kind of throwing my allies under the bus a little bit here by continuing the war in Brazil, but I want to win it. I want to win it so bad. Oh, they got a hold of parts of New York. Alright, so are you willing to capitulate yet? No? Okay. Well, we'll continue. I will be happy to continue to fight you, Brazil. Visitors from the colonies. Intellectuals from Bobangi are visiting our capital, arguing that the case for their home territory is far more civilized than we make it out to be, and that our colonial designs on them are unjustified. It is quite baffling, I must say, to hear you speak of being robbed when the Kingdom of France brings you the greatest gift of all, the gift of civilization. The Bobangi gentleman leaned in and responded bitterly. I've seen the ships that arrive at our shores, and I have seen the ships that leave. The civilization you are bringing must be very light, but the price we've paid for it seems very heavy indeed. It's all affectation and lies. Send them back immediately. Tensions go up. Trade unions and intelligentsia mad. Or perhaps there's value in hearing their perspective. Reduce colonial growth speed. Don't want that second one, so we'll do the first one. Discord within the landowners and advance. Result. Hey, you willing to give me the money I deserve yet? Cool. An influential faction within the landowners has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of migration controls. Themselves in favor of the law, they've now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. How can you stand idly by and watch the world pass before your eyes? Have you no sense of honor or duty to your fellow man? I see need to such lack of ambition, and I dare say I am not alone in this. With their support, the bill shall pass, 15% enactment chance. Or the Catholic Church sent an open hand to these mavericks. So the first option reduces landowners' interest group pop attraction by 5%. The second by 15%, but increases it by 10% for the Catholic Church. I think I might do the second one. It only gives us 10% enactment chance, but again, getting this law actually enacted is not that big of a deal. You're going here, right? Yes, you are. All right, perfect. And then 6th French Army does not need to exist. 2nd Corps needs a new commander. An integralist, a stalwart defender. Meticulous. Yep, you're good. Alright, and then we got an army sitting around here not doing anything or something. I need to find those guys, but first I need to reallocate my navies. So, 3rd Corps, where are you? You made it all the way back to France somehow. That's fine. So we'll put these guys in America. Alright, and the Army of Africa is a little goofed up right now. I think 3rd Corps also needs a new leader. This guy's a master bureaucrat and a humanist. Excellent. Master bureaucrat, what does this do? As ruler, extra bureaucracy. As commander, reduce supply route cost. Very interesting. And what about you? Oh, Ferdinand Foch. I know you. You're an experienced offensive player. You're persistent. You're popular. Cool. We'll pull you in here. You're a reformer. Very nice. And 5th Army is still continuing to press forward in Texas, which will hopefully get us a lot of occupation. We'll grab this fleet and we'll put them over here. And there's a war kicking off in Oceania. Bourgeois revolt in New South Wales. Don't care much about that. Proletarian revolt in the Trucial States. Don't care about that. Siam is having a Johorian uprising. It'd be pretty cool if I intervened in that, but I didn't do it, and now there's no chance. So, that's okay. Ah. The Fang people. Well, unfortunately, the Southern Front is going to have to wait, because we need 5th Army. Mission to Africa. A group of Christian missionaries want to bring the salvation of the Gospels to our colony in French Congo. I do not believe that everyone is entitled to salvation because we must be free to reject it, but I do believe everyone is entitled to the choice. We must not, cannot, sit idle in the kingdom of France while there are yet unenlightened heathens in the world. If the colonial project is truly a moral one, as you claim, then surely all moral instruction must begin with this choice. Spreading the true faith is a vital part of any colony. Extra migration attraction in unincorporated states, extra conversion in French... Oh, this is in French Congo only. Catholic Church stronger and happier. Or we are there for the glory of France, not for the kingdom of God. Tensions decay. Catholic Church mad. I'm going to go with the first one. The stronger Catholic Church is definitely something that we want for our moral authority. We're taking over a lot of New York. Is the capital of America still D.C.? Wow, standards of living are rough over there. Dang, it's almost like someone's been draining a huge amount of cash out of their economy. Alright, we've got another army in the area. So I'm feeling overall pretty highly confident. If we can continue to advance on this front and move the front to New York, we can effectively seal off. We lost all our occupation. Okay, I need an army over there. Because this situation is intolerable. Hey, we got to Pennsylvania. Yes, I'm aware the United States is in default. Just continue to watch this situation unfold for a second. There's one army over there. All right, our main army is just thrusting deep deeply southward. Our secondary army is going to this front. Hopefully it will be there soon. We're working on getting there. Oh no, they're on this front. Well, that's not the front you were supposed to be on, guys. Hey, law progress to consideration. Wonderful. We're in stage 2. Arming the natives. We've discovered that our rivals in Great Britain have been arming the Fang natives in French Gabon. This is likely to impede our efforts to conquer the region. The Fang natives have never welcomed our presence, but without the means to mount a truly effective resistance, we've paid little heed to their objections. The addition of British munitions into the equation comes with the frightening possibility that we must face them on equal terms. We should de-escalate the situation, reduce colonial spread, or if they want to fight, they'll get one. We're already in a fight with them, so I see no reason to slow down the growth of the colony under these circumstances. This is a little bit of a pickle, because wait. Okay, so now we're advancing on this front. And they're holding New York, but we're going forward. We're not stopping them on the Pennsylvania front. I really need these two fronts to merge, and I need them to merge bad. Alright, perfect. So, that means this army can go to this front and sort it out. This army can stay on this front. Because I think if we're continuing to move forward here, which I think we are, yeah, there we go. So now this army can go to this front. Hold on, am I going to now? Am I going to no? Alright, 5th French Army, you're going over there. Oh, you know what? This is actually us winning. Here's what happened. I was getting all worried about this. But then I realized Fascist USA is this one. I'm so used to seeing this logo for fascist American movements in Victoria 3 that I forgot that that wasn't the fascists. So we're actually winning this real good. Although this front is a little effed. No, thank you. Everyone wants to offer me help with something I don't need help with in exchange for something I want to keep. It's a little bad. It's a little bad. What's their capital? Is their capital New York? Have we got the fascist capital? Where's the fascist capital? Tell me it was Arizona. I don't care that much. No. France is fully confident in her ability to make war. A brazen expedition. A Spanish expedition in Al Rif has encountered our own troops, suggesting their colonial ambitions in the region are unconfident. In Al Rif, we're incorporating that area. It was not merely a hostile encounter. On the contrary, they seemed quite happy to meet some other people in, well, I suppose you could call it the same business. Business? Have they forgotten that they are soldiers? They believe that colonization in the African continent is a collaborative effort. If our armies meet on uncontested territory, it does not constitute a hostile encounter. Our diplomats over in Toledo shall have to be twice as hostile to make up for it. They must turn back at once, giving us 14 infamy. Or there's enough land in everyone for Al Rif. It's withdrew from Colonial incident minus 10 prestige. It's only minus 10 prestige. I think that's fine. We own the territory. The territory is ours. Well, they've got a treaty port, but still. 10 prestige is not going to hurt us. Cool. Oh, they're finally going to start taking back this territory, huh? Meanwhile, Maguinda now, our army is almost there, so I'm not really concerned about it. There's a situation, Spain is on one side of a war. In Persia, Spain wants to conquer Oman. Oh, to conquer Oman? Well, gosh. That's kind of a lot, Spain. But I'm not going to stop you. I don't have ambitions in the Middle East, really. I could fight them. Oh, my goodness. Oh, a massive civil war in England. I completely missed it. Did this pop off already? It popped off already. Gosh. Oh, that's really fun. A British bourgeois revolt. What are they trying to do? They're trying to do... Hey! We beat them. We beat America. We defeated America, and we kept the Americans in charge there. Just as Jesus intended. Alright, let's take the fleets back to France. Pasteurization's coming along, which I'm pleased about. Our units are almost landed in Maguinda now. So that should be good. Whew. Britain's down bad right now. Britain's down really, really bad. I'm going to leave the armies mobilized because I don't think this will actually take that long. And I want to be ready to go if someone decides to get scrappy over something. Insubordinate jingoist. An officer in our African colonies has intentionally provoked a confrontation with Bangala, despite instructions to keep the peace. We can either save face by going along with the officer's plot, or recall him, admit that we lost control of the situation, and upset the jingoists. Never mind the missives of weak-minded fools in Paris. Everything I have accomplished during this campaign was done in spite of the ministry, not because of it. We have no choice but to attack Bangala, extra tensions, or recall the officer and end this madness, minus 5% prestige. That I don't want. So we'll do the first one. Percentage prestige matters a lot, because my prestige raw number is very, very high. Britain's is completely goofed right now, because they're in the middle of a massive civil war, but I think that will be less of an issue later. We are colonizing all these areas. So we're colonizing here and here and here. We don't have access to any of these zones, but we will eventually. Britain's holding the whole coast of southern Africa, so the only way we're getting through here is by either colonizing more, harder, better, and faster, or by, wow, colony growth speed is really, really fast in these areas, particularly over here, where I think we have colonization rights. Alright, Maguinda now is sorted out. Colonization of Gabon is complete. That's, I want to say, over here. Yes. And Congo is going to be much the same. Okay. Hold on. One of you's doing a communism. Hess Castle. Dude, I can't reach. Oh, we're already in a war. can't reach. But they should be annexed into Prussia. That would at least allow... I could transfer the territory to Prussia and let them just sort of hash it out and have the whole area. I think that's right. Oh, and there's migration controls. That's a surprise. That passed by really fast. The children really want landed voting. They're causing a lot of radicalization, but all my friends are loyal, so, you know, I'm not really concerned about it. How much longer do I have this bureaucracy debuff I've got right now? 3 more years. Yuck. Did I ever get my institutions to where I need them to be? They are kind of where we need them to be, but... Gosh, everyone's immigrating to France. Golly, there's so much. Oh my god. No! Continent of Opportunity. Colonists, having moved to South Cameroon, hoping to build a new life in the Kingdom of France's new African territories, are struggling to survive in the unfamiliar environment. If it was only the temperature and the weather, we would manage. If it was not also the flora, the fauna, and the soil, which were so wholly alien to our customs. We knew we would be on the frontier of a new chapter in French history, but if there's if there's to be anything more than a footnote, the assistance we've received thus far is woefully lacking. We'll supply them with what they need. This costs us a huge pile of cash. Or the African colonies are for survivors, not charity cases. I'm going to do the second one. If we had some bureaucracy available, we'd be able to spend like 10 points of bureaucracy instead, but we don't. So right away, I'm going to build up some more bureaucracy, because apparently I freaking need it. What's a good place to target growth? French Low Countries and Picardy. I think Picardy. Picardy is a good place. Do a promotion. The armed forces demand the promotion of Brigadier General Simon de Portal. He's our imposing firebrand nihilist. So many medals adorned, touting his history of loyal and effective service. So many medals adorned his jacket that one could scarcely see the fabric beneath, but it was simply not enough. It was not yet enough. Chest puffed out with pride, the general smiled as he imagined the look on de MacMahon's face when the lieutenant general learned of his imminent ascension. Their rivalry was legendary among the officer corps. At last, he would have his due. De Portal has earned it, or the armed forces will not force our hand. I'm going to do the first one. I think it's perfectly fine if the armed forces are happy. Supporting the British workers. We will support the workers in Great Britain, boosting the power of the trade unions. Maybe we believe in the international cause of the working men. Maybe we don't. In the end, it doesn't matter. What matters is that the British trade unions get stronger. An excellent idea would be ill-advised. This does make our trade unions stronger, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Is that a factor? No. Cool. An excellent idea. Alright, that's the end of the Great British Civil War. Let's take a look at their situation. McRae. Okay, so I think the government lost. In any case, though, that is all the time we've got for today. We fought a nice little war in South America to get ourselves an unincorporated state. Actually, now that we've got another state, I can get started. I do have the capacity to get started with the canal zone survey, which I think I am going to do. I'm a little short on influence due to doing a bunch of stuff. I need to manage that next time, because actually this episode has run too long already. I do want to try to get this communist state in the middle of Germany conquered. We'll see about that next episode. For the moment, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun as well, and I will see you all on the other side.